Jason wants to know, is O3 4K 60 good enough to replace an action cam? Jason, O3 has good bitrate. Doesn't the O3 do 100? Does it do 100 megabits per second for 4K? I think the bitrate is not the problem. No. What's the recording bitrate for the O3 at 4K? I think it's a high bitrate. I don't know where I'm going to find this information. I guess on the specs page? Haha, maybe. That's the video bitrate, though. What about the onboard recording? Kilo Zebra says they think it's 150 megabits per second. So, the bitrate is not what'll stop you. For me, the weakness of the O3 is it has poor dynamic range. What that means is generally that the shadows are going to be very dark and black, and you're not going to get as much shadow detail as a camera with better dynamic range. If you are outside in the bright sun and you're looking into a darker area, like shadows under trees or the inside of a building or something like that, it's going to be very dark and difficult to see into. And then as you fly into it, the exposure algorithm is going to open up. And that also could be tweaked a little bit. Now, many people feel that the quality of the O3 is sufficient. Especially now that firmware has added 10-bit color, and it can do flat or log or whatever you want. It's not, I don't think it's really a log color profile, but it can do a flat color profile. Many people feel that the performance of that camera is sufficient to replace an action camera. The question is it good enough for you? Because there also are people out there who are like, no, this is nowhere near good enough. I can't deal with it. I'm gonna use a GoPro, or I'm gonna use something else. So the only thing you can do is you can look at the footage. You can decide what you're going to do with your action camera and what you need from it, and decide whether the results are good enough. Unless you're very, very picky about color grading, I think many people, certainly hobbyists who are just like uploading to YouTube, not like professionals, are going to be very happy with the O3. They're going to be very happy that they don't have to buy a $400 GoPro or whatever. And I think they're going to be satisfied with the result.